tell you all and all the things I do, girl, you mean to me.
Hello. Okay, so I wanted to make this video really quick just to like clear up some questions and comments that I was seeing a lot on that video that I posted about me getting fired. So first of all, to address the majority of comments, I'm not going to be suing them. I did consult with a lawyer, but for one, Colorado is an at-will state, which means you can basically get fired for whatever reason. They don't even have to give a reason, I don't think. And second of all, the conversation I had with them where they told me specifically that their issue with my videos was me sharing my salary, that happened on a phone call, which looking back does seem like a very calculated move on their part. But I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, so I have no proof of that conversation. Also, the papers I signed were for a severance agreement. I don't start back at my old job until the middle of July, so to be honest, I needed the money. And just to be super clear, I did not share any private company information. I confirmed with them that I hadn't broken any policies or shared anything that was a security concern, but they said my social media posts made them question my judgment as an employee. And the social media posts they're referring to are the ones where I shared my salary, which I did not think would be an issue whatsoever, because in Colorado it's a law that you have to include the salary range for a job on a job posting. So I honestly assumed it was public knowledge already, but I did go and check their Colorado job postings after all this happened, and they do not have salaries listed. So I share things like my salary, my expenses, budgeting, all that stuff on TikTok because when I first joined TikTok, I found other people's videos on the same thing really, really helpful, and I wanted to do that for other people. I also think salary transparency is important just because that's how you know if you're getting underpaid in the workplace, which as a woman, I'm very passionate about. My old job that I am now going back to never had any issue with my social media posts, and when they offered me my job back, they actually specifically told me that I am free to share my salary information however I want. And then lastly, I just wanted to say I really appreciate everybody who left me nice comments. I'm just gonna be honest, when this happened, basically every single shred of confidence in myself was completely destroyed. And so it was nice to hear from people that I'm not a horrible, disgusting person for what I did, because that's kind of how I was made to feel. Okay, I just have like a couple more things I wanted to say. So first, there were a lot of comments of people saying I posted that video about me getting fired to like get clout or followers or whatever, but I, as you guys know, obviously make videos about my salary, my paychecks, work from home vlogs, stuff like that. And so I kind of felt like I had to let you guys know what happened, because if I just stopped making those videos out of nowhere, it wouldn't really make much sense. And a lot of people were asking, like, why did I leave my old job for this new job if I loved my old job so much? Basically, I was not looking for a new job, but they reached out to me on LinkedIn and I agreed to take a phone call with their recruiter. And I was very honest with them and open, and I was like, look, I want to work for a company that has a great culture, that supports its employees. I don't want to be in a toxic workplace or anything like that. And I was assured over and over again, like, oh, we're a great place to work. We support our employees. You'll love it here. And so I took the job on that promise. And then 2 weeks later, I get fired with no warning, no discussion about what I can and can't post, just like fired out of nowhere. So that was really, really frustrating to me. And I guess I didn't actually say why I took the job because basically it paid a lot more money. And finances have been a little bit stressful recently. I'm sure you guys know rents are going up an insane amount everywhere. So I thought this was a good opportunity. But I am extremely lucky, and my old job that I loved actually was able to give me my job back. So I'm going to be starting back there in a few weeks. I'm very excited to see all of my coworkers again, and hopefully I can just move on from this, because honestly I never want to think about this situation or that company ever again in my life. So I hope this cleared everything up, and let's move on. So TikTok got me fired. A couple weeks ago I started sharing about how I got a job in the tech industry. Well, I don't work at that job anymore because they fired me. I had to sign a bunch of stuff, so I'm like really nervous about going too far into detail here, but basically my employer found my TikToks and really did not like that I was sharing my salary and stuff like that. Even though I'm very aware that like talking about salary is federally protected, you can't get fired for that, I did take all of those videos down just because, you know, they were my employer and I didn't want them to be mad at me or not like me or something. But then like 2 days later, after they talked to me about my TikTok account, they ended up firing me because they said me having this account was a security concern because I could post something private about the company on my TikTok account. And I did specifically ask, like, have I broken any policies? Have I posted anything on TikTok that is a security concern? And they said, not at this time, I have not, but it could happen at any time in the future, so they're just not going to take that risk with me. The day that that happened, I literally had a panic attack on the drive home. I was crying for like days straight. I'm a little bit better now, but I'm like literally shaking. My anxiety is still very high about this whole situation. But I do have to say I'm very lucky. My last employer / now current employer is really amazing. They know about my TikTok and they have no issues with it. And so I called my manager like an hour after I got fired, like sobbing, and he actually was able to get me my job back. So that's like super lucky. But yeah, I haven't really been posting on TikTok a lot just because I've honestly been in shock. I've had really bad anxiety ever since this happened, and I've kind of just been trying to like process my emotions with all of this. So yeah, I'm going back to work for the agency that I worked for before taking this new job. So no more tech vlogs. I'm very sorry. But I don't start back up at my old job until July 18th, so I have like 3 or 4 weeks to be fun employed. So let me know what videos you want me to post because I have all the time in the world right now.